Hey guys, welcome back to the Manhood Frequency. This is a show where we explore the insights, stories, and tools you will need to grow and lead with purpose in today's world, and to ultimately live life on the right frequency as a TMF-Warrior. I'm your host, Groff. Thanks again. Let's get started. Okay, what are we talking about today? This is something pretty powerful. I'll tell you a little quick story. I'll never forget when this all began. I called it this sort of like the dark world of AI, the deepfake world. Have some of you seen some of these videos that they're showing on TV, on YouTube, on social media? They're pretty unnerving, pretty scary. Let me ask you guys this question. What if I told you of a video of you saying things you never said that exists online? And I could show it to you. What if your wife, your kids, or your boss saw it? This isn't science fiction, guys. This is a new reality of AI, deepfakes, and as men, as leaders, we have to be the first to understand it and the first to protect our families from it. I think you're gonna see in the coming days, weeks, months, years, there are gonna be more and more of these in our society, and it's gonna drive some young people, some of the children that you may have as little ones now who are going to be teenagers, risking suicide and risking convictions and incarcerations that should have never happened. It's a weird, sickening world that's out there right now. Let me tell you about a personal story that happened to me that involved maybe not the level of deepfake we know today, but certainly something that happened that was so weird, and it cost our company a lot of money. So back in probably 2020, I had a executive assistant working for me, and interestingly enough, she gets an email, and this email comes from our CEO. Now, I was the acting chief revenue officer and senior vice president, sales and marketing, and she gets this email from our CEO, would be above me. She immediately panics, gets nervous, and this is what it said. Hey, Mary, we have had an important meeting that's happening with our clients and our customers, and I need you to do me a favor and go out and get a $1,500 Amazon gift card that I'm going to present at our event ceremony tonight. Something of that nature. She fell for the loop. She went online, didn't ask me, unfortunately. And these are why it's so good that these fakes are so good, because they always jump that level of authority, going right to the top, and tricked her into purchasing a $1,500 Amazon gift card. A person got it, disappeared, and she got scammed. Now, that's actually a very mild example of what's happening in our world today. But when the CEO of the company asked me, I said, look, man, I don't want to tell you, she got tricked. And of course, she felt horrible about it. Said, oh, it will never happen again. But the reality, it happens millions of times every year. People are getting scammed, and it's getting worse. That was a fake email, but now they've gone into video. Watch this clip I'm going to show you from CBS News about a scam using a deepfake of Elon Musk. This is crazy. Watch this.
Hello, my name is Elon Musk. Today I would like to introduce you to quantum AI.
I saw it on Facebook, and then I saw it on TikTok.
Do you want to earn from $5,000 a month?
And then I thought, well, this might be a real thing.
Heidi Swan, a 62-year-old healthcare worker, thought she was making a smart investment because who better, she thought, to take financial advice from than one of the richest people in the world.
So did it look like Elon Musk?
Looked just like Elon Musk, sounded just like Elon Musk, and I thought it was him.
And so Swan contacted the company behind the pitch and opened an account for more than $10,000.
You thought you were investing in cryptocurrency.
Right.
But Swan had been scammed. Her money vanished, taken by a new wave of high-tech thieves who are using artificial intelligence to turn real videos into fakes and make fake videos look real.
Don't miss this incredible opportunity to change your life and help others in the process.
So what are AI and deepfakes? Let's break this down. We hear the terms AIs and deepfakes, but what we're really talking about. There is a video, let me just show you this, but before I do, let me just explain. Artificial intelligence, that's what that stands for, AI, is just a broad term for a computer system that can learn and make decisions. But the part we're focused on today is generative AI. This is the tech that creates things, new images, new text, and new audio. It's getting truly advanced. I work indirectly with a company, a major company, the world leader in dubbing and voice cloning. And I've learned from them that what they can do in the technology because of the algorithms will blow your mind. And it's unsettling. Take a look at this video. Gives you a better explanation of what AI and deepfakes is really all about and what's happening in generative AI.
Deepfakes are hyper-realistic video, audio, or images of someone appearing to do or say things they didn't do or say. They're made using artificial intelligence, or AI. The term deepfake is actually a mashup of fake and deep learning, which is a type of AI algorithm. Until recently, only special effects experts could make realistic-looking and sounding fake content. But AI algorithms make it possible for non-experts to create fakes that many people would deem real. The algorithm uses footage of two people, an impersonator and a person targeted for impersonation. It then generates a new video that shows the targeted person moving and talking in the same way as the impersonator. The result is a realistic-looking and sounding forgery. Because deepfakes are so realistic, they can be used to humiliate and blackmail people and attack organizations. They could also incite political violence, unsettle diplomatic relations, and sabotage elections. An explosion of deepfakes could even cast doubt on videos that are real by making it easier for someone caught behaving badly in a real video to claim that the video was a deepfake. These dangers are made worse by how quickly and easily social media platforms can spread unverified information. If deepfakes are so dangerous, why aren't they illegal? One reason is because the technology to create them is developing quickly and the law hasn't caught up. Another reason is that this technology has positive applications. For example, it can help people with ALS make digital copies of their voice before they lose the ability to speak. So then what can countries do to prevent deepfakes from sparking conflict? First, countries must decide which uses of deepfakes are acceptable and which are not. This would help social media companies police their platforms for harmful content. Another thing countries could do is pass laws to allow internet platforms to share information about deepfakes. This would make it easier for platforms to alert each other to a malicious deepfake before it spread and warn news agencies before it infiltrated the mainstream news cycle. At a minimum, governments must fund the development of media forensic techniques that make it easier to detect deepfakes. So far, deepfakes have not been deployed to incite widespread violence or disrupt an election, but the technology to do so is available. That means there's a shrinking window of opportunity for countries to safeguard against the threats from deepfakes before they spark conflict.
So a deepfake is a product of that AI. It's a piece of synthetic media. It's a video, a photo, or an audio clip where a person's likeness and voice have been replaced with someone else's, all generated by a computer. And it can be incredibly convincing. The one that Elon Musk has showed. There's others. Go online. I take you to take a little 5 minutes and search on YouTube and just put in there deepfake AI videos and see what comes up. Some famous people that you would swear they were actually doing the video if you didn't know that half of them were already dead. Yeah, you've all seen the funny ones. Movie stars swap with different roles, but the threat isn't the joke, it's the deception, okay? It's the ability to create evidence of something that has never happened. In a world where seeing is believing, and we both know that technology fundamentally breaks our trust in what we are seeing and hearing. That is what's scary. As men, we are hardwired to protect, are we not, guys? I mean, we know that. But the threats are no longer than physical. They are digital. Our legacy isn't just what we build, it's what we're going to protect. And that includes our reputation and our family's safety. So let's talk about the real world risks to your family and your reputation. This isn't just about financial scams like the one my friend faced. The risks are deeper and more personal. Take, for example, this real-looking news clip where newscasters are educating the public on what will change in the news.
Here are today's top news. To ensure only the best words are used, White House speech announces new thesaurus with all synonyms replaced by Trump. In shocking speech, White House announces plan to replace all U.S. ambassadors with highly opinionated game show hosts for more entertaining diplomacy.
The White House unveils Truth GPT, an AI that rewrites all social media posts globally to reflect undisputed facts of tremendously.
First, let's talk about reputation. Imagine a video of you appearing online, looking or sounding exactly like you, endorsing a particular product, admitting to a crime, or saying something racist or hateful. How do you prove a negative? How do you prove that wasn't me? Okay. By the time you do, the damage to your career, your marriage, and your standing in the community may already be gone. This is about leading with integrity. And part of that is fiercely guarding that integrity through digital attacks. It's so important, guys. We have to be on the lookout. We have to be aware. Have you built a reputation, a circumvitae of your life, a image of your life, a blueprint of your integrity that says, regardless of what's out there, people hopefully will know that that is not my character. So that begs the question, how is your character? How do you live? And what do people think about you? We just did an exercise in a men's group that we meet each week. And one of the guys challenged everyone to go back and go to their wives. And when they head back to the house that morning, say to them, listen, when I come into the house, what is the feeling that you get inside you when I walk into the home? Morning, afternoon, evening, how do you feel? And of course, it's an open-ended question that probably is not going to be told truthfully, but if it could, many of you men would be shocked in the response. I know this, that years ago when I was living life on the me frequency and I walked in, I could almost sense that my wife got tense and got defensive and honestly had lost most respect for me. Thank God those times have changed, but is that how your wife feels about you, man? Secondly, let's talk about family exploitation. Those of you watching, whether you're single or you're married with children, the most common and disturbing use of this technology today is the creation of non-consensual explicit imagery, often targeting women, but it's also used for harassment and bullying. Scammers can use video clones of your child to create a fake kidnapping scenario. This is sick. They can use deepfake video of you to trick a relative to sending money. I just talked about that a minute ago. The part about the trickery when in regards to children is despicable, and we all know that. But it's scary because it can almost involve someone that, what I said, is part of your family. The threat here is the manipulation of the most powerful instinct, which is the desire, as men we are, to protect our loved ones. The scammers use that instinct against us. Now, why am I talking about all this, guys? Why am I bringing this up today? It's because of what's happening in our society. You've seen it in the news. You've seen the deepfakes. It's getting scary. You have to be on guard. The Word of God talks about us being on guard at all times. We must be on guard. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God, through the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every thought that exalts itself above God, bringing in captivity every thought to the full obedience of Christ. Are you doing that? Are we doing that as a society? Guys, if you are not praying for your country, wherever you live, whether you're in India, Pakistan, UK, Germany, Italy, United States, or South America, any of the 7 continents, if you're not praying for your nation, your family, yourself, your children, then you need to start, and you need to start now. Talk to your family. Let's talk about some 3 practical ways that you can do today to really keep your family safe and secure. 1, talk to your family. The digital safe word. This is the most important one. You need to have a direct conversation with your spouse, your kids, and even your parents. Explain that there's technology does exist. And by the way, guys, with your parents, that is the most one. I cannot stress the importance and urgency enough. I watch constantly. And even my in-laws who are 90 and 83, who are always cautious about making a decision without checking with us. Thank God, because we've taught them that. But what about the ones who didn't? What about the video of Elon Musk? Somebody gets scammed $750,000. It is heartbreaking. And how do you bring them back? How do you keep them safe? Talk to them. First of all, talk to your family, okay? If you ever get a frantic call asking for money, the first thing you need to do is ask, what's the safe word? If they can't answer that number, then hang up. It's the 21st century version of stranger danger. Probably too young to remember that, but we older people, 50 and over, probably 55 and over, remember stranger danger. It was things that we saw in school. It was movies. It was pretty grotesque, actually, but it did scare you to really think, I won't take the risk with anyone. Here's a second one to do. Audit your digital footprint. These AI models learn from data. The more photos, videos, and audio clips you have public, the easier it is to clone you, okay? I'm not saying get off social media, but be smart. Go through your privacy settings. It's very important. Do you really need that video of you giving a speech public? Is your kids' Instagram accounts private? Daily habits build legacy. Make digital privacy one of those habits. It's so important to lead. And lead by example, guys. I'm going to talk to you men because some of you are struggling and still struggling. Even though you desire to be a TMF warrior, you struggle with that addiction, that dark sin that's hidden in the dark shadows, under the bed or in the closet, like we talk about in the book, The Manhood Frequency. Are you still hiding those? Are you still hiding those secrets? Be careful, man. If you haven't got a handle on those, then reach out to us at TMF Warrior. Go to our website, tmf-warrior.com. Contact us. Tell us you need some help. We were here to help you. Number 2, you need to sit down with a pastor or a brother or a buddy, and you need to explain some of the struggles you're having. Because some of these bots, these computer digital scourers of information, they can compile a lot of this that you're keeping in the shadows, and they can make a deepfake of you that could come out into the open, and some of them, unfortunately, could be the truth. So, guys, we need to get our hearts right. We need to get cleansed. Remember what I always say, at TMF Warrior, we live with a clear conscience and a quiet confidence, okay? So, we're not here just to talk about these things, guys. We are here to act. So, in action, be the verifier. Step 3. As the leader of your family, I want you to be the one who teaches critical thinking. The new rule is verify, then trust. People say that Ronald Reagan, maybe he did, would say trust but verify, We're saying the new rule is verify, then trust. So if a video seems too shocking, too perfect, or too out of character, probably is. So pause, think, check another source, do some due diligence, and then teach your kids to do the same. The skepticism is a new essential life skill. Sadly, it has to be that way. The world that I lived in the, mid-60s and early 70s is gone. Probably will never come back. I pray it does, and I do pray every day for hope that we could live in a peaceful, free world where we all are honest and truthful to one another. But the reality is, this is the world we're living in. We're living in a deep fake world. So sit down with your family and create your own digital safe word. Have that conversation. Explain why you're doing it. Don't scare them. Empower them, okay? Let them know that you are on the front lines for them. And man, let me tell you something. There is nothing more beautiful than when a man covers his wife and his children. It's an interesting fact. Nowhere in the Bible does it command women to love their husbands. It commands husbands to love their wives. And then it says, then wives will probably and most likely, naturally, respect and honor their husbands. What do we men want more than anything? We want respect and honor. Well, you can't get that if you don't first give out love. And what's a great way to do that? Guys, you know I say in my book, Flirt, the power of the word F-L-I-R-T stands for what? Feel like I'm really trying. Are you really trying, men? Are you really trying to protect your family? Or are you too deceived and obsessed with living life on a me frequency that you don't have time for anyone else? Okay, guys, it's time to transform our minds. You know, we're going to be transformed into the best you this world will ever know. You got to start changing some of that stinking thinking, as my old pastor used to say. Guys, I want you to do that and have these conversations. Show your family you love them. Show your family you're there to protect them. And show God that you want to honor him by always making sure that you provide a safe place for your family to live. Guys, I encourage you to live as warriors. In fact, don't live just as warriors, live as TMF warriors. And I hope you take everything I've said to heart today. If you haven't already done so, guys, make sure that you subscribe, and I hope you comment below. Please don't share your safe word. But tell us, what's one way you've grown in this area recently? And then if you do me a big favor, make sure that you share these episodes with other people. We want this to grow all over the world. And by the way, we're working on our new upcoming mobile app. I'm getting quotes now. If you know someone who is phenomenal and would love to donate to build a truly proprietary mobile app, I am always interested. Go to tmf-warrior.com, contact me and let me know. You can shoot me an email there, or hank@tmf-warrior.com. I'd love to talk to you more about that. And also, if you're not wearing the swag, there you go. Start wearing the swag. Wear the hats. Where's it at? There's our hat. Put on the hats, man. Wear the swag. Share the world. You are a warrior. And I'll see you next time. God bless.